For the Louisiana College Wildcats, this was literally their homecoming game. Not only was it the actual homecoming for the school, but it was the first time that the Wildcats would play here at Wildcat Stadium in 2015. And after starting out the year 0-3, the Wildcats not only needed a home game, they desperately needed a win. And it was homecoming on the campus of Louisiana College, and among the homecoming festivities, honoring the distinguished alumni and this year's Hall of Fame class, which included Louisiana College's 2010 record-setting quarterback Ben McLaughlin, couldn't be here for the game, represented by his parents instead. As for this year's Wildcats, led by Easton Melancon, good to get back to the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium.
So Ross won the toss. They've elected to defer their option until the second half.
I want you over here. Start on the hash, but the ball's going this way.
And though the Wildcats start first on offense, it will be the Lobos who strike first. It happens through the air when Byron Jones takes this 23-yard pass from Jordan Reyes. 11 plays, 77 yards, and 341 to give the Lobos the quick 7-0 lead. Now, the Wildcats have struggled to find that high-octane passing game that has marked their program for so many years, but they find it here when Easton Melancon hooks up with Farron Jones. Jones doing the rest as he takes it 68 yards for the score, and just like that, the Wildcats had tied it at 7.
It was a big play. Safety kind of walked down, and Farron did a great job of getting on top of him. You know, all I had to do is give him the ball, and he's going to do the rest.
The Lobos forced to punt away their ensuing possession. That's when the Wildcats get another little boost from the freshman, Kaczynski Alfred, who's becoming a special teams master for the Wildcats. Takes this one deep into Sul Ross territory before finally being pushed out of bounds.
Yes, sir. Hey, job, baby. Job, boy.
And the Wildcats looking to capitalize off the nice return. Melancon on a 3rd down and 5 from the 15-yard line, forced to run. And run he does, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Just coming up a bit short of scoring that touchdown. But on the next play, Orrin Cooksey will take it in from the 1-yard line. 2 quick touchdowns for the Wildcats. And just like that, they're in the lead, 14-0, with 4:37 left in the first quarter. The Wildcat defense featuring a number of young players this year, players starting to step up and containing Sul Ross the rest of the quarter. Meanwhile, Melancon starting to get into a rhythm, connecting here with the guy that's going to be his go-to man throughout the season, the senior Jake Dunbar, who's come back from injuries, picks up the first down with a 27-yard gain, and then another 10 here to put the Wildcats with a first down at the 35 of the Lobos. But the Wildcat drive starting to stall, and when Melancon tries to find Farron Jones, he gets drilled beyond the carpet for a little bit and would have to leave the game.
That's unacceptable.
Fortunately for the Wildcats, they have one of the best punters in all of Division III, senior Tim Willett, who drops this one inside the 5, and a nice play by Lawrence Williams to knock it back before the Wildcats down it at about the 1-yard line.
I got nervous.
But then the Lobos giving it right back. A bad exchange and a struggle for the ball at the bottom. Who comes up with it for the Wildcats? Another one of those newcomers. Big old 93. He's excited. That's Chris Tank Carter. But the Lobo defense does a good job keeping the Wildcats out of the end zone. Charles Furman, the 27-yard field goal. The Wildcats lead 17-7 after 1 quarter. Meanwhile, the concern for Farron Jones, who hurt his shoulder earlier in the quarter and would not return to the game.
We feel bad for Farron, but we hope he's back soon. But like you said, we have a lot of subs that are ready. They've been practicing hard as well, and we're gonna put them in, and we're gonna execute like we can.
As we move to the second quarter, Wildcats continuing to play good defense. Brandon Williams with the big stick for the Wildcats. Very next play, LaCorey Demise. He brings the wood, but on the play, shakes himself up a little bit. Shoulder stinger, he would leave the game, but would return. Even so, the Lobos not intimidated. Paul Rodriguez looking for and finding. Nice catch by Calvin Henderson. First and goal at the Wildcat 2-yard line. Wasting no time, they'll punch it in. Wilton Greer from 2 yards out. And the kick will draw Saul Ross back to within 3. It's 17-14, 7:26 left in the second quarter. But as we move to late in the quarter, one of the big first mistakes in the game as Saul Ross intercepted Ryan DeMatti off the tip ball. He'll take it deep into Lobo territory, just over 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Golden opportunity for the Wildcats. But it's one they cannot take advantage of when Orrin Cooksey gets popped, ball comes out, Lobos recover, and the threat is ended. The Saul Ross defense holding the Lobos to a 3-and-out, and so off the punt, a short kick, and one of the upmen, Rudy Johnson, reserve linebacker, he says, I'll pick it up, takes it all the way down to the 18-yard line. The Wildcats taking it down to just 3 seconds left. Melancon hooking up with Lawrence Williams, getting a chance to get some increased playing time after the injury to Farron Jones. And so the Wildcats will head into the locker room, leading by 10, 24-14. And as the two teams rest at halftime, LC naming a new homecoming queen, senior Emily Lansing, a Convergence Media and Theater double major. Congratulations to Emily.
And we give these distinguished young women one last round of applause.
Now, a very young Wildcat defense has had its struggles in 2015, but some guys that do have experience leading the way. Joey Gyro, who gets the sack early in the third quarter. And then later in the quarter, Rodriguez getting introduced to Brandon Williams coming on the blitz. Wildcats shut out the Lobos on offense for the entire third quarter.
We have a great young group of guys. They work hard. They have a great mentality. They're adjusting well to the speed of the game in college football. And they came out there and they played great ball. They understand the program. They're selling into the program, and it's great, man. We have a great young group, and the next couple of years we're going to be something dangerous.
Now, earlier we mentioned the play of receiver Jake Dunbar really becoming a favorite of Melancon. And Jake, a guy that takes a licking, keeps on taking despite getting slammed there, able to get up and walk it off. Later in the drive, Melancon looking for Dunbar again, and Jake drawing the penalty flag, literally. Good hands for Jake, and that's the spot of the foul. But Jake is even better at catching the football, and he does it here off the pass from Melancon from 5 yards out. Touchdown for the Wildcats. Jake with 7 catches in the game, and the Wildcats opening up a 31-14 lead.
Jake, he's definitely a go-to receiver, a possession receiver. He works his butt off. He has probably the biggest heart of the team. I know he stays hurt, but, he fights through his injuries and always plays a good game.
We put in a lot of work this summer and in the off-season, and we've got our timing down pat right now, and he's doing good. And, I'm just trying to get open for him, and I want to catch everybody he throws to me, and he's doing a good job putting it on me.
As we head to the fourth quarter, Rodriguez, his team down 17, starts to go to work. First down pass there. Later in the drive, the Lobos getting a little bit of luck. Henderson off the reverse, the receiver pass, and it's deflected by the Wildcats' Trent Hall right into the arms of Josh Lopez for a first and goal, and Hall can't believe it. The Wildcats looking to turn away the Lobos from a scoring situation, but Rodriguez firing a dart to find Byron Jones. That's his second touchdown of the game, and it cuts the LC lead to 10, 31-21, with 10 minutes left in the football game. But the Wildcats will answer with a scoring drive of their own, and doing it in a variety of ways. Orrin Cooksey running hard for the first down. He'd finished with 97 yards rushing. The Wildcats will cap an 8-play, 65-yard drive when Melancon connects with Ladarius Gardner. He dives in for the 14-yard score. Wildcats took nearly 4 minutes off the clock as well and up the lead again to 17, 38-21.
That's a play we worked on all summer, all spring through fall camp, and me and him have a great time with each other. We're on the same page, so it was just waiting for Coach to call it.
The Lobos will get one more score in the game when Rodriguez connects with Calvin Henderson, as Rodriguez for the game, 16 of 27 for 269 yards. Out-dueled, though, by Melancon, who finished 20 of 35 for 282 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Wildcats win their homecoming game 38-28, feeling a lot better about things after a win.
We put the past, right? The past is ashes. Today starts a new day. Proud of you, great win, enjoy it.
Of course, we always like to get a win early in the season, but like Coach Dunn said, we'll never take a win for granted. I think it was a great team effort today. O-line did extremely well. Defense played, at hearts out, so it was a great team win.
Oh man, it's good. We've been waiting for it. We've been trying to work hard. Last 3 weeks been tough on us, but we had a great week of practice and we put it all together finally, offense, defense, special teams, and it feels good to have the win.
As a team, we came together. We said we got to play all 3 phases, together. Offense, defense, and special teams. Without all 3 of those phases, we wouldn't be able to do nothing. So, it feels great, man. It feels great. We're gonna start this streak, win a bunch more games. But like I said, just gotta give all the glory to God.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Up next for the Wildcats, a trip to Jackson, Mississippi. They'll take on Belhaven next Saturday at 1 p.m. Reporting from Wildcat Stadium, I'm Al Quartermont for Wildcats Media and D3Football.com.